Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is BMT coming at you again. Um, Pretty much just trying to get at this one early in the morning. I know there might be some people awake. There might be some people still dead asleep. But I've been fighting my sinuses as well as getting preparated because they'll be finishing up on a little bit more of the project for my eye tonight. I mean, not tonight, today. And I guess as I was getting ready, and I was just sitting there working on a few things. Um, I always like to scroll across my timeline and my feed to go look at a few things. And you know, I'm not one to do action videos. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. That is so immature and gross. But I am getting better. But you know what I'm saying. But I wanted to I wanted to go ahead and do some reaction video of stuff I've been seeing on my Facebook timeline. And sometimes I be wondering where people's mind be at. What's going on, Tyrone? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, we just do it early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Just like way back in the day. We used to be up early and just knock out things. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm just, kind of just doing me. But I always had this little bit of an issue because I've always been afraid to be a follower, or join up with certain groups or certain mindsets. That's just it's just so many things that can go wrong or bad. And when people start saying and doing certain things, I kind of just I watch the play. What's up, trailer? And I don't get too close because you never know where it can go. It's just one of my repertoires of just who I am as a person. I just never did. And I think that's just one of those kind of things that you have to be very mindful of. And watching, I've watched a lot of people, and like I said, my time here on social media, um, people move differently and they act a certain type of way, and you have to be very knowledgeable about who you entertain and who you're around. Um, Especially when you give your money, your time, you jump on panels, and I always tell people, hey, watch what you do. You know, I've learned that the hard way. I wanted to be with, or I can say I've had that issue when I was younger, and I had to learn how to start thinking for myself. And I wanted to show y'all something that was very interesting that tickled my inside when I saw this thing right here, man. Um, Let me go ahead. This had tickled me, and I want to read it to y'all what I saw. All right, so this guy right here, he he's going through a whole metamorphosis of things, and this is a lot of people I see now on social media, uh, and they you have to, and I know y'all know some people who are like this, where they 1 minute started out one way and then go totally another way and start reading the Bible. There's all kind of crazy stuff. It's very interesting because you can't tell which way they're coming or going, and it's like it seems like hey man, you can have an opinion, But it's sad they get consumed into affiliations or groups. Hell no. Like, this is why I don't claim no groups, no affiliations. I don't go with no kind of hashtags or shit. That any and everything can can turn on you in the flip of a dime. So this one said at one point this guy was like, when I hated white Americans. He said then dude had a hoodie on, he had his hair, I don't know what going on. He had a prophet of Muhammad. He's in his real wall in the dark and shit. Now all of a sudden, later on, now he got some, I guess some light skinned baby and some shit. Uh, he got his "Make America Great" hat on. Oh man, shout out to Mo. I remember, dude, I had Mo and white people trying to get me to wear that damn hat. I said I ain't wearing that shit. Look crazy as fuck. I don't know. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I gotta be real. Black people wearing the "Make America Great" hat, y'all look crazy as fuck to me. Y'all do. Y'all do. I can't ever bring myself to wear it. I mean, I had on a military uniform, and that's as close as it got for me. But as far as "Make America Great" hat, dude, I feel like no, I just couldn't. And I remember somebody tried to put that hat on me one time, and I got angry at them. I just could never do it. So, I mean, to other people, that's your right and your belief. I just can't ever bring myself to ever wear a MAGA hat. Now, to some people, that's their preference. Me, I don't think it. To me, it sounds like you're trying to be part of something that you never were invited to. Now, this guy says, now I'm a Trump supporter and who love all Americans. He said that's then and now. Now, shout out to this man. I had to read this right here. This shit is hilarious. Uh, I just like reading these posts, man. Y'all just humor me. He said, just years ago, I had very racial views towards white Americans, alongside with hating everything that America represented, from its flag all the way down to despising the American anthem. I mean, the American anthem. Years ago, I believe white Americans, white police officers, and the legacy of slavery was the principal problem that faced Black Americans. This couldn't be further from the truth. Now, watch this, y'all. Now, this is why I say a lot of people are looking for something to believe in, and they will follow and they will run behind like sheep to follow anything. This is why I don't jump up on panels no more. This is why I don't try to get around people, because people nowadays are so lost and bothered about just trying to find their own way and just make and carve their own path. They will get behind any type of message or anybody who sounds good. Or they'll jump up any path. This is why I'm saying, like, listen, man, everybody's not built to really walk alone and do for themselves. Now, in hearing that, this man said ever since I followed the work of Thomas Sowell, Walter Williams, Jordan Peterson, and Larry Elder. Now, I've heard Larry Elder talk. He's pretty good at talking. I've heard Thomas Sowell. I heard him talk. Walter Williams, Jordan Peterson. He's pretty cool. But I've never, and I've listened to a few of their talk complaints, but it never was something. And I think that's the thing about it when it comes towards hearing certain messages on YouTube and certain people, like, their talking points galvanized people to want to follow or want to be accepted or some type of shit. And I mean, hey, I mean, to each is his own. But I just never really growing up as a enigma introverted black young person. I won't say I had the best, and I don't, and it's cool. But I never cared to truly. At some point in my life, I started understanding I never will truly belong. You know what? Maybe it was when I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Maybe when I was on my Game Boy. Maybe when I started watching anime, or maybe when I started, watching and taking part in shows. See, being back then, being a black kid that watched anime and listening to doggone punk and rap and what I'm saying, and liked movies, and I mean, I saw Boys in the Hood when I was a kid, but I also liked watching E.T. and Jurassic Park. I wasn't always the hip and flyest guy, and I wasn't that cool kid. I was just me. So I understood that trying to follow or belong just was never going to really pan out too well. So I had to start understanding that, at some point, I'm going to have to figure shit out for myself. Now, this guy is very entertaining because it seems like he's trying to find himself. And that's the thing about it when it comes to a lot of people, man. A lot of people are trying hard to find themselves at any cost. Doesn't matter what they join onto, and I'm not gonna lie, I watch a lot of people join onto movements and run the gauntlet of banners following certain talking points. But do those same sentiments share what you feel? That's why I don't join. That's why I really don't join up with. I keep my distance now. I watch people, I piece them up, but I also understand that some people only use you as a good stepping stone, as a talking point. It is what it is, man. And that's the problem for a lot of eager beaver individuals, man. Granted, I get it, I'm not the cream of the crop, but I damn sure ain't hurting to be included. I damn sure I'm not trying to be in the herd. If I gotta find a way up the mountain by myself and deal with wolves on my own, hey, I may be a ram by myself, and I maybe don't have the best, sharpest horns, but damn it, I'm gonna find a way up on that mountain on my own, man. I'll do what I gotta do. But I won't be following the herd. I don't give a fuck to be included with the women. Don't give a fuck to be included with the goddamn men, certain affiliated groups. I really don't give a shit to be included when any of these crazy ass motherfucking goddamn white folks that be on social media or on YouTube these days. I don't give a damn to be part of none of that stuff. They don't fit none of my agendas or what I'm trying to be a part of. No offense, but a lot of y'all are not always there. So I'm good by myself. I just am. Just how I feel. So let me get back to it, man. Let me go see what else we got. Now, and looking at what he said, he says, Elder, it was like being waking up from the Matrix. I must say that it feels better to be called an Uncle Tom just for telling. Now, to be fair, Uncle Tom is not a sellout. I don't think people know that because people don't read. Uncle Tom is not a sellout. He's not. Uncle Tom was actually somebody who refused to tell on his own people. to be a product of the Democrats Party. Now I love all Americans and its Constitution. Now, there we go with that talk. You know, the Constitution, to each is his own, man. To each is his own. The Constitution only works for those that it works for, man. Don't work for everybody. Now, somebody says, let me see this person says, he went from being an ignorant ideologue on one side spectrum to being an ignorant ideologue on the other. I have to agree. What am I getting from this is not that this guy has changed his stance or mentality for the better, but he's probably just susceptible to groupthink. I must agree. All I think is that guy is just good for groupthink. You know what I mean? This guy cracked me up. He said, "This did you need a hug or a dad or something?" He just looking for anything to latch on to. Sounds like he needs to belong to something, anything. Oh, he'll be a Q dog or a blood or a crip in a couple of years. And that's, I shit you not, man. A lot of these people on social media, bro, they looking for any old thing to latch on to. That's what's so sad about it, man. And I try to tell a lot of you young men, listen, it's cool not to have a group or affiliation that you're a part of. You're not going to die. You're not going to lose any cool points. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's cool if you don't have an ideology or a group that you belong to, man. And that it doesn't make you any less of a person. I quit giving a shit to try to belong with any of these affiliated groups. I quit trying to preach some kind of bullshit ass gospel or try to put them on to some kind of nonsense. I don't care. I don't. If it doesn't affiliate me, I don't need an affiliation. I don't think y'all do either. I think that's what makes a lot of people weak. You'll join up to these affiliations, and they got y'all looking crazy. Now, let's go ahead and show the next footage. Okay? Next footage is pretty interesting. And this is called being on code. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and just show this one. This one had me cracked up. It just, again, I just like to show what's going on. So here we are at a party. I don't know why they're at this party. But this girl is jumping around, you know what I'm saying, at the party. Now, here's the thing about it. Now, first of all, why is she on there? True. Yes, she's on there. And I'm not mad at the brother because he sees her. Maybe he knows her. Maybe he don't. Right? Now, we already know she's drunk. Or she's but she has quite a few beers in front of her, right? And this is the thing about it is, he goes up to her simply and just says, "Hey, chill your ass out." Now the other guys, they're gonna root for her. Now, yeah, there's a whole shit ton of other people there and all that stuff, but he's like, yo, chill your ass out. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think to me. Now, he has on an FBA hat on. Now, I don't want to say he's part of the FBA. But just telling the girl, like, hey, sit your ass down, I don't see a problem with that. Because that's called checking your people. Say, hey, yo, chill your ass out. Now, some people probably don't have a problem with that. Some people don't mind letting you look like a goddamn fucking fool. You know what I'm saying? See how the other girls and other people are looking at her? And look at her. See, that white guy, he's right there rooting for that black girl to be leapfrogging up there and doing all that crazy frog shit she doing. And the white girls are just watching. Now, the other people, they're right there watching and everything. But notice, he just says, hey, chill out, man. Like, calm down. Like, just because you have this establishment. And see, that's the thing about it. Listen, I'm very mindful about where I'm at. And you got to be very mindful about where you at, who you're around, who you're entertaining. Sometimes that shit can get you in all types of assortments of trouble in situations, or trying to be liked so badly. Now, let's go ahead and look at the comments. I like to read comments. Mm-hmm. God dang it. Oh, no, don't do this thing. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I got to do that. What's it doing all the... Okay. Alright. So what I'm going to do, refresh that. Why is it doing all that? But I think sometimes we got an issue where a lot of stuff. Oh God, what trailer put up here this time, bro? Even I'm still learning that some people, I don't know what that means. I'm still learning that there are some people that need to separate themselves. I don't know, Trailer. You had a whole goddamn that was a pretty deep conversation with me. Trailer had the whole FBI informant group on his panel. I was like, yo, dude, y'all got a whole trailer park of people running for the FBI, dude. Y'all are in some shit, man. Fuck. I don't know what I just saw your panel today, man. That shit looked pretty deep. I was like, God damn. Now, so, but I wish y'all the best of luck with the FBI or whoever else y'all are trying to keep back. Now, back to what we were doing. But shout out to Chile. He has it. They had a good conversation. It was a pretty cringy one, but it was a good one. Let's get at it again. What else am I looking at earlier this morning? It's very apparent. It's very apparent that I am coming to realize a lot of young men, a lot of men today, their best father guidance that they had gotten somewhat was from TV. And don't worry, it's not just black men, but it's just a lot of men. I'm learning that a lot of their fatherhood guidance was from like TV. And being that it may, it's just it wasn't easy. It was cringeworthy to know that that how much of social media have filled in and started to teach our people, man. That's what's very interesting, man. A lot of social media has been educating our young boys and girls in how to be parents. I never knew just how effective it had been until now. You start looking at how much we actually emulate. We emulate a lot of what we saw on TV. I want to hit at this one right here. This is a very interesting this is something I want to this is I truly want to ask people. Listen, I truly want to ask people. But I'm really curious about this, respectfully. And to me, and I would want to know. I would want to know because maybe somebody can try to change my mind. Was people's lives really that bad or better? Like, I'm curious about the conversation. I'm very curious about it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't have to tell me. But I want to know. I want to know this shit right here. Like, was getting Biden in office, was it really that bad? I'm curious about that. I'm curious about that. Like, can anybody like to me, I never gave a fuck about Trump. I didn't give a fuck about Trump. I really still don't to this day. People say they love him, they emulated him like Jesus or whatever fucking that's coming, or he's doing so great and all that shit. I just saw it was like how what Obama was for black people, Trump was for white people. Well, Trump was for poor white people. That's how I saw Trump. What he was for, if you were making money or you were some type of super hungry, crazy constitutionalist, and I need to understand the constitutionalist. I can't understand for the life of me because don't feel bad because black people voted for Obama because he was black. I'm not gonna lie, that's why I voted for Obama. I didn't give a fuck about anybody. Once I saw, there's a black man voting. That's it. I know y'all can hate DMT, but I'm not gonna lie. I just say, hey, there's a black man. I'm voting for him. Fuck it. I'm tired of seeing a white man in office, and that was it. That was all. I was sold after that. Y'all could say that's pretty shallow, but I kind of told it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If Kamala Harris runs for office, I'm probably gonna vote for her too. I just like chaos. I'm an agent of chaos. I'm a demon of chaos. I'm gonna vote for anything that is anything awkward that wants to run for president. I'm gonna just vote for it. Y'all gonna hate me. I'm just tired of seeing white men in office. I'm gonna vote for anything Hispanic voting, Chinese voting, Samoan voting, woman voting, trans voting. I'm throwing anything in that office now. I don't give a fuck. Y'all want to hate me? I just want to put everything in office now. I want everything. Just hell, if it's a dog running for goddamn president, I'm voting. Y'all gonna hate DMT. I'm throwing everything in that bitch. Fuck it. Except Hillary Clinton. I'm not putting her in there. I don't fuck with Hillary. But I know y'all gonna hate me saying that. But I'm just saying I want to put everything in the office now. Fuck it. White people, y'all, hell, I'll put a white woman in that damn office. I don't give a shit. Wait, is that good or bad? You know what? I mean, I don't know about the white woman though. Yeah. It depends on what type of white woman I'm putting in office. I gotta be real. Now, if we get a Hispanic woman in office, y'all about to count that shit down. We ain't gonna never get another goddamn. Once a Hispanic person get in office, they're in. They just ain't gonna count it. You might just count that shit done. Like, they're gonna always have somebody to take their spot. They're gonna always have somebody to take their spot. Like, that's just gonna be a given. That's just gonna be a given. There ain't nobody gonna take their spot. But I can drop the link. I don't really care too much this early in the morning. Because I mean, halftime. I know Kelly does her early morning ramble. Kelly don't even give a fuck what she rambled about. Trailer be having all his weird constitutionalist friends up on there. I gotta watch out for them because they're all on the FBI hit list. I can't have them motherfuckers be coming up on my panel and shit. Y'all all wanted by the fucking government and shit. Hold up, bro. I'm like, oh shit. Like, I'm like, you know what? when you have that many informants coming after y'all, I think y'all might want to actually start changing y'all content to like pottery, gardening, something that is friendly. Y'all, I'm just saying, it's just not safe. I don't get y'all. Like, you know what? This is something I don't get about a lot of people. Y'all don't like the government. For a lot of y'all that don't like the government, black people included, why the fuck do y'all get on YouTube and say that? Y'all are crazy as fuck. You get on YouTube that is run by Google that literally works for the government. And you don't think that they don't see your ass. That's how I know y'all are stupid. That's how I know y'all are stupid. You say you're fighting the powers that be, but yet you're on the same fucking servers that they monitor 24/7. This is why I know how the fuck, like, this is like, what powers, what level of coke do you snort, to fight this? What I be hearing y'all say y'all gonna fight the powers? No, you know what? I would vote for. You know what? Honestly, Kelly, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I'll tell you what. I would vote for a white woman. I would vote for a white woman. But I don't want no pretty white woman. I want a modern. It would have to be a white woman with like 4 kids. Probably some type of shit going on in her life. Like she can't have a good job. She can't come for money. No, not talking about that honey boo boo shit, because God forbid, that type of broad. Oh God, here comes one of them crazy constitutionalists. Fuck, I knew they were coming.
You killing me, bro. Hey, look, man, I smoke it. I snort it by the 5-gallon bucket. Okay.
No, dude. Y'all are on some. Y'all are on a whole. I say, you know what? I never knew how deep Triller and all his friends are. Y'all are really in some trailer park FBI. Fucking
the whole
point. No, y'all are way.
Look, the whole point of that stream last night was I wanted people to be aware that I didn't even realize how much I had gotten myself into stuff I really didn't understand what I was getting into. That was the whole point of it.
Oh, you're in it, dude. You definitely.
I mean, at this point, dude, I really don't think I got a whole lot to worry about. I mean, honestly, if they were going to do anything to me, I would have already been nabbed up last year.
When they need a scapegoat, just don't act brand new. When the government needs a scapegoat for something.
But that's what I meant. That's kind of what I meant, though.
Meth is under your damn trailer. Don't act brand new.
They're very patient.
They are patient.
They are. I will say that, because there's a lot of things that we found out, over the course of this year about just how patient they were on that whole situation to spread out with.
I don't care for none of your goddamn white conspiracies of how you come after.
No, all I was going to say, BMT, is that's what I meant by my comment earlier. Is I'm still learning as a 42-year-old man, to be careful about the type of people that I allow in my circle and whether or not they're really going to be beneficial or conducive to, the future of my family's, health and happiness.
Trailerhood, unfortunately, nobody is gonna ride the lightning with you, bro. You're best to just fucking take care of your kids and do what you gotta do.
That's where I'm at this point, I really am. I'm to the point now to where it doesn't even make, when you sit back and you really think about it and you put everything together that you've been through on this whole 10-year ride that I've been on, it doesn't even make sense, any of the shit that I sit back and I at one point thought that I was willing to risk.
Well, yeah. Well, go ahead and just let it go. I can understand, Kelly. You've woken up. You finally woken.
Oh yeah, and I see how quick these cocks up. Man, I'm not even gonna get into it. I could go on a rant and cuss, and I'll try to keep my words clean. But just one word, which would be a female dog. They're just some bitches.
Oh, that's a lot of YouTube. That's a lot of YouTube, Kelly. And like I said, you're gonna learn. Like I said, and I that's why I try to tell a lot of people. YouTube is made for sheep. Of course, Trailer, why are you getting on trying to do power tool shit?
I know. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? Sawing some shit? Oh God,
Right.
stop! I gotta watch.
Were you doing this on Trailer Park Conspiracy Theories shit part 5? Like,
I'm sorry, man. I thought I was muted, brother. I'll mute myself while I'm doing weird white people shit.
Thank you. Goddamn, meth addict. Goddamn Trailer Park Stories Part 9. But and I was trying to get a meth addict on my stream, but he's passed out, so I'll get him on later. But I'm learning now, as I traverse over to radio, I'm learning that a lot of the shit is follower based. Like, you got to do it's sheep amongst sheep on sheep shit. And honestly, I try to tell y'all, be careful following that sheep shit, because it's gonna get you fucked up and have you looking crazy, and you're gonna be following all kinds of stuff that's gonna be anti what you actually probably believe in. You know what I'm saying? Or it's gonna actually start making you question some of your shit. Like, damn, did I just sit on a panel and agree with some shit that really went against what I really do? So, and that's a very bothersome type of thing. Like, I love Mo, and Kelly will tell you, but I can never put on a MAGA hat. But then I'm also gonna let y'all know, I'm not pro black shit. Like, I support black stuff, but I'm not none of that Kambawa black fist power. I just don't.
Oh, you better quit your fibbing, man. You were Taz's fucking long lost adopted brother.
No, I'm not. Kelly, he really doesn't. No, I'm really not. I'm really not. Shit. That's probably no. We just have a mutual agreement on a lot of shit, but we don't always agree. I mean, yeah. Like, if it's something if it's a black-owned business, yeah, I'll support it, because they need as much support as they can get in the urban community. I agree with that. Like, black business getting support, true. Like, if it's right here, yeah. But then again, if it's a shitty service, I'm not going there saying, well, I'm gonna just put up with it, but it's black. Like, no. No, I'm not doing that shit. Like, fuck all that shit. I don't do all that stuff. I don't do the victim shit. I'm not doing all that stuff. I am proud of who I am.
You better quit capping, man.
Tapping for who? Ain't no tap for who. Listen, I don't want to hear shit from you, constitutionalists. Y'all were doing a lot of tapping tonight, and I ain't saying shit. I ain't say shit about the trailer park. That y'all did a lot of shit on y'all thing, and I ain't saying nothing about it. Yeah, see how he ran off back to the trailer park. He went, but like I said, you gotta be careful, and I gotta be real. And I'm gonna speak on this. Some of y'all are gonna get a little pissed off. The Kevin Samuels thing, because it's the early morning show. So there's a petition, right, for Kevin Samuels to be taken down.
Whack. Haters.
There's a petition. There's a petition. Kelly, I agree. I fucking agree, Kelly. I agree, Kelly. This is how I know, Kelly.
Well, why you agree, though, BM?
This is how I know me and Kelly are on the same page. Kelly, this is how I know me and you done. We're giving I agree. I'm not with that. I'm not signing that petition shit. Somebody
Oh
try to
yeah, see, I'm with you on that. I'm not signing that. The man
I'm
has the
not
right.
Petition. What's this petition you're talking about?
I'm not signing no petition to take down to have Kevin Samuels' channel taken down just because you don't fucking agree with him. Just don't
Are you?
watch him.
You're
So-
serious? There's a petition for that?
So I'm sure we all know who
Yeah,
Kevin
the
Samuels
sisters coming after him, man. Anytime they don't like him, they come after him.
So the fact that they want to sign a petition to take him down, that's so weak as fuck.
That's very weak, man.
Listen, if you don't have to like somebody. If you don't like them, just don't fuck with them. Just don't have to bother them. I don't, like I said, I don't always agree with everything that's said or everybody that comes around, but fuck it. Like, well, see, here's the thing about it. When you start doing shit like that, that same energy can come right back on you. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not about to throw him under the bus just to appease some angry bitches. And y'all don't like me saying that, then fuck you. Because honestly, here's the thing about it. Because I've seen this play happen plenty of times when they start doing that stuff. It's like, I guess, like 1,500 signatures or 1,300 signatures, whatever the fuck it is. And some of y'all men that are proud that his channel might be getting shut down, shame on you. Shame on you. Because you just can't handle somebody with a different opinion saying stuff. Who gives a fuck he's saying that stuff? It's the internet.
No, what it is, BMP, is they can't handle someone being successful with a different opinion than them.
I will give you that one, Trevor. I will give you that one. Kev, go ahead. I gotta go pee. Then y'all can. I'm gonna go pee while y'all go talk. Kev, go ahead, Kev.
Yeah, hey Trailer, man, I'm sorry I got disconnected when I was talking with you last time, man.
Oh, that's so good, brother, man. It's nice to see you. I hope everything's going well for you and your family.
Yeah, everything doing good, man. We was having a good conversation. We was bridging the gap. You know,
Yeah, we were chopping it up, man. We had a good build going that night.
Yeah, we'll get back on it, but my shit had disconnected. I lost connection. But yeah, man, with Kevin Samuels shit, I don't think these people. I think that's just a bunch of women that are just pissed off because they don't like what he's saying about them, and
See,
you know.
That's crazy though. I don't watch the show. Never seen one episode. I think I might have seen a short clip here or there that somebody played, but I don't have any interest in watching him. First of all, I don't need a dating coach. Nobody really needs a dating coach, but that's a story for another day. And I mean, I just think it's ludicrous, but I don't know what's your thoughts on it.
Well, my thing with it, first of all, I understand the show, and I've been a watcher, not necessarily a content creator, but I watch it and I support, small businesses and small black businesses in YouTube, like BMT, who trying to do something decent. But with Kevin Samuels, he's gonna get bigger. And for men, the entertainment part about Kevin Samuels is the women, and it's one of those black women things, but it's the women to me, because I consistently watch a lot of women who are unrealistic about dating. And then when you get some of these women that say they wouldn't date an average earning guy who makes 40 to 60,000 a year, they need a guy that makes six figures a year.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah, they got 2 kids and they need a guy to make 6 figures a year. And all the other black men, they just dismissed or pissed off at. So when Kevin called them out on some of these shit, well, they get mad about that and they won't cancel the man. But he wasn't disrespectful to them. I mean, Tommy was different. Tommy showed him how it was different. He just called all them bitches and hoes and y'all fucking up everything. But it's gonna do that. They're gonna do that. They want to attack other people, but they're gonna attack the messenger. See, that's the one problem that everyone has. We got into the habit of attacking the messenger instead of just listening to the message. What you say, BMT?
I don't listen, I don't agree with everything he says, but I'm never one to hate on another person's success. You understand? I'm not one. I would never get that low. If that's I've seen him before he hit 1,000. I've watched him grow.
Yeah, so did I. Way back
And,
when he was selling, he sold cologne and he was
right.
playing.
So,
Yeah, I
you
remember
know
that.
what I'm saying? And I've been on panels with the guy. It's not like he's a malicious type of guy. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? This YouTube straight flat point about it. It's a business. We all sign a contract once we get monetized. You understand? We all have rules. It's not like he's not doing a Tommy level. Tommy, I watched Tommy grow, but it's the thing about it is
Yeah, Tommy was extremely raw. He was raw.
TNN raw. But the thing about it is you have a right, you have the energy to take this mouth right here and swipe over and don't participate. You have that right. It's your right. If you don't want to feed into it, and I mean honestly,
You
now
don't have to. That Tommy used to say that you can't. You had to seek out my channel to see my content.
right.
Like it's like if somebody wants some enlightenment and some good business ideas for the future for their family, they go seek out BMT.
The thing about it is this. And shout out to you, Kev, for doing that. Like I said, because you go over stocks and stuff on your channel. You want to know about the Constitution? Go over to Trailer Hood and you can listen to a bunch of constitutionalist people scream about how the election was stolen. You just want to just chill out.
Easy there, buddy. Easy. You're miscategorizing me. Now, some of the people that might come over there, yes, but me myself, no.
I should, you
That's
know,
what
if
hold
I
on,
could
Trailer. That's what he
smack
said.
you.
If you go over to his channel, some of his people. He didn't say you.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Yeah, he just said that. You might have some, just like we was talking. You might have some people that.
That's the dog hollered. But
Yeah, he said it. He said it right.
but if you want to
Yeah,
chill out,
my bad. That was my bad.
if you want to chill out and burn a cigarette and just talk about random shit, go over to Kelly. Now,
Actually, I'm trying to go over more that way. I want to get more into the chill, just vibe area. I'm tired of all this controversy and chaos.
you have a long way to go, brother. You have a long way to go.
No, I don't. Honestly, all I got to do is separate myself. I know where the issue lies. All I got to do is start reading.
You know the thing about it is
Hey,
this.
Trailer, what's your channel?
It's Trailer Hood Voodoo Ninja.
It's a long fucking name. Like he just shortened that fucking name. It's Trailer Hood Voodoo Ninja. Don't worry, we'll grab Trailer. Throw the link of your channel in the description in the chat. But the thing about it is feeling.
I'm changing mine though, BMT. Remember I told you. My channel's gonna be The Black Man is God and Why.
Oh shit! You're definitely.
Now, you want to know what my problem is with the Kevin Samuels thing, though, is I've seen a lot of good content creators, BMT, that have went from having good content to doing nothing but attacking some guy because a bunch of women are mad at him.
Right. Yeah. See, that's the thing. You got those spinoff guys, and they all just talking the same talking point.
Well, you gotta understand again. That's why I said, what's the difference? They both are sheep because you're gonna have it where certain people, like I showed you the picture of the guy who was woke and he was MAGA. Then I showed you the girl, you know what I'm saying, where she was in the crowd and she was so belligerent, she was drunk and acting like a damn fool to be so cool, where somebody had to tell her, say, yo, chill out, you can have fun, you don't have to look like a fool. But some people will do whatever it takes to fit in to the crowd, and you don't have to. Like, I'm at peak. Listen, I am good. Like, I'm good in my own square. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to talk about guns? I could go put a few guns down on the table and tell you about, hey, this is the gun you might want to go look into, or this handgun as a compact, or I could tell you about a few jobs and stuff. But I also understand in these certain sectors or areas, that's not really cared for alike. I like it knowing that my view steadily is at 1,000. It jumped up to it jumped up to 100. It went back to 100, and I like it there now because you know what that means. I'm only giving specific certain information. And the thing about
I mean, you're appealing to a certain group of people that's interested in the same thing. I got stuff Right. And
And
see, consistency lasts longer than a hyper topic at the moment. So I just think over a period of time, you just go grow some solid followers with the same frame of mind.
right. And I think the thing about it, like when I talked about Biz Marquis dying, I meant that from the heart. That was on health and about how, listen, you got to take care of yourself. I talk about things that mean something to me.
Bro, that was a big loss to the hip hop community too.
It was a big loss. But
Now, what did he die of? Did he have diabetes or something?
he had type 2 diabetes. He had type 2
Yeah,
diabetes.
yeah. You see, all I had to do was guess that. I just guessed that one, because that's our thing, and that's also the thing that they just go into self denial about.
He had to have ignored it because I've had an
Oh
uncle.
wow, yeah.
Yeah, I've had an uncle on insulin for like 30 years and he's still working at like 65. So, I mean, I would imagine I'm not a doctor, but I would assume that he just like didn't take care of himself.
Right. Same thing with Luther Vandross. They
It's a
go into
lot.
denial. They don't like taking the medication and stuff like that. Out here, there was another guy called Fifth Wall Weaving. Just the same thing I'm about to go through with my brother. He was saying the doctor telling them now his circulation, he need to lose a little weight because of his circulation. And next thing you know, you go start feeling numbness in your feet and all that kind of stuff. Trying to talk to him now, the man, he need to drop about 30 pounds. And for him, or I'm gonna be burying him. I could be straight up. Well, man, look, man, they got a whole lot. And he didn't understand, man. They got a lot of dudes dropping dead behind the same thing.
I think that's the big thing about it. Where some of these things are preventional types of issues that people can handle or work on, but they just choose to ignore it. Um,
Hey B, I'm gonna hop off the panel real quick because me and the family are getting ready to hop in the truck and head to Columbus. But I'm gonna listen to the stream.
okay.
Good day.
All right, drive safe. As far as it goes, um, I think one of the biggest things that's going on right now, and somebody asked me to expand upon it, the stimulus check. Everybody wanted me to talk about that real quick. I'm just going to hit it real quick. Do I have a problem with the stimulus check? No, I really don't. Because honestly, rich people get money all the fucking time. And I mean, shit, nobody gets to bitch about when they get fucking money. And I mean, literally, nobody questions them when they go before the Senate and write down for a goddamn a check or something like that. We have an interesting clip or video I wanted to go over and play for you guys that it blew my mind. And the thing about it was the earnesty of how the man just straightforward, he wanted a certain amount of money. Like he literally said, I want this amount of money. And the congressman was like, wait, you really just want that's what you want? He was like, yeah, I feel like this amount of money for my group should be given to us. And the thing about it was he felt no shame about asking for it. So in saying that, if the American people were to ask for a stimulus check and say, hey, can we get that money? And then everybody says, well, if you giving them that money, that would make them lazy. I'm like, well, there's stipulations, Sally, for like just getting, I think for getting unemployment, you have to show that you're trying to get a job.
No, well, it depends.
Oh, what else? What else is there, Kelly?
Because I know there's certain people, depending on the field they worked in, they were exempt for many months from looking for a job due to the 19 thing. So I don't know about currently, but man, there's a job everywhere where I'm at. But that's another
Kelly,
story.
the thing where I was, Kelly, I live in New Orleans, and it's a service industry city. It was strictly hotels and restaurants. We literally could not work for a year solid.
Right.
Straight solid. The only thing that the people got here, I mean, I was okay, but the only thing that people got here was the 600 and the 1200 in the whole entire time, which put a big squeeze on New Orleans because you know we got hit like a ton of bricks.
Yeah, that sucks. But I'm with
Now,
BMT
as far
now.
as what you were saying, BMT, as far as what I feel about the stimulus and stuff like that, first of all, I was a UPS driver for quite some time. And in my salary, I might have paid $300 to $400 a week in taxes. Okay, the one thing about paying for taxes, I don't mind paying taxes if it's for American people, you know. And when I say that is, we've seen FICA failed us as American people. When you see these storms and stuff like that went through Texas and other places, we've seen our tax dollars fail my black ass in New Orleans because during Katrina, when I was in the convention center, wouldn't even drop us a fucking bottle of water, you know, with top military, you know, and I'm paying out the ass. So me personally, I'd rather everybody get it because I watch, as BMT tell you, I watch the stock market and then I understand the tax breaks that the wealthy get. What they're giving up, what was given to the 3,000 ain't nothing that they did to bail out these companies during the 19 thing. They just gave them free money. They literally gave Carnival Cruise Line money, who's not even an American company. Carnival Cruise Line, Norwegian Cruise Line, they're not American companies. It's just some of the rich kids control it and they just keep it all overseas. And just so they can get the tax breaks or don't have to pay American taxes. But they bailed them out with our money. We bailed out Wall Street with our money. We bailed out Amazon. So I have absolutely no problem. I think they should give everybody $5,000 each, personally. Now, is it going to put us in debt? Yeah, as a country, but we can also take that same money, if they go give it every month, that should put a lot of people on a different economic level if we think right about our money now. It's not a loan. It's money that we put into the system that the first time I can actually see some people getting it out that actually need it at this time.
Like, I'm gonna play this for y'all, and this is gonna actually open your eyes about why I opened up with the question about stimulus. I'm hoping y'all enjoying now when BNT we're doing reaction videos towards things, and it's fun doing it with people because then people get to see my one-eye excitement towards how I feel about these things. So when people ask me about the stimulus check, this video literally came towards me. I love these divine interventions of things that come towards me. So won't y'all join us as we get to hear this? And this really blows my freaking mind.
Wonderful.
It literally is titled, "One of my constituents got this in the mail. John Kennedy presents surprising letter at hearing." Let's play.
Thank you, Madam Chair, Mr. Secretary. Welcome.
Can y'all hear it?
We can hear his ass would be from Louisiana. He's an embarrassment.
The money out on the streets, literally. See, I'm looking at your budget here. Your current budget is $12.5 billion. You're asking for $14.2 billion. Does that sound about right? Yeah. That's
wow.
A 14% increase. You want an extra $1.7 billion.
Yeah.
Okay. Explain to me why the American people would be better off giving you $1.7 billion than taking that $1.7 billion and spending it on infrastructure.
But nobody wants to
I
do
did a little
stimulus
math, and for $1.7 billion, we can resurface a 4-lane highway from Washington to Denver. So why the American people better off giving you more money than putting it on infrastructure?
Well, thank you very much, Senator, and thank you for the question. It's a great question, and I think the way I would think about it is the $1.7 billion increase to the budget my budget is an investment in infrastructure as well. It's an infrastructure.
It's what? I'm sorry?
Infrastructure investment as well. It's an infrastructure investment in the American worker in this country. It's an opportunity for us to look at, as I think about the Department of Labor.
Well, do you believe every, excuse me if I interrupted, I'm sorry, Mr. Secretary, we don't have much time. You believe that every expenditure by the federal government is an investment? What's the difference between an investment and an expenditure?
An investment is an investment in the future of workers. An expenditure is an expenditure in building a bridge.
Okay, well, if you have a union background, which I respect and admire, if we took $1.7 billion that you say you need more to run your department, and we spent that on infrastructure, that's going to create a lot of union jobs, isn't it?
It's going to create a lot of jobs, but we're also not going to be able to educate the workforce that needs those new jobs that are going to be created off of that infrastructure investment of new bridges.
But they're already educated. The people building the roads are already educated. They're good at what they do.
Well, Senator Reed just mentioned of an issue around literacy in this country. So again, it's an investment in helping people to be able to be retrained and trained in the jobs of the future. I come out of construction. I work construction as well. The construction industry that I worked on in the early 90s and late 90s is different than the construction industry of today.
Yes, sir. Let me stop you for a second. I don't want to get too far afield here into a history of the construction industry. I used to work construction too. Let me be sure I understand what you're saying. When my constituents call me and they say, look, you're being asked to raise taxes to pay for infrastructure. Why, instead of putting $1.7 billion in extra taxes on us, why'd you give $1.7 billion to the Department of Labor? Why didn't you use that for infrastructure? Am I just supposed to say because the Department of Labor says they're going to make an investment? What metrics are you going to use this time next year to be able to prove to this Congress that your investment paid off better than $1.7 billion in infrastructure?
Before I answer that, let me just quickly go back to the tax question. I think the beauty for your constituents is that the infrastructure bills that's being negotiated right now does not raise taxes on the average American who earns under $400,000. So the average American is not paying for that.
That's not true.
Okay, well, that's not why
We
I'm
have
here
to agree to disagree. Let me move on because I've got 1 minute left and I like to stay within my time. Does your agency conduct surveys?
As far as employee surveys,
Any surveys?
we do. Yes.
Okay. Do you pay people?
Pay the people who do the surveys.
No, to take the survey.
I actually don't know the answer to that.
Well, here's what I'm asking. I'm not.
I don't know. I don't know the
I
answer to
need
that.
your help finding something out. One of my constituents got this in the mail. It's a letter. No, it's not under your jurisdiction. From the Census Bureau, and they asked him to fill out a form on children's health. And he opened it up, and look what fell out: $5 bill. And there's no reference in the letter to the $5 in cash he got from the federal government. What's this all about?
I have no idea. I'll
Can
look
you help
into
me
it.
find out?
I will help you find out. I didn't get one of those letters.
Well, I filled out my census, my survey. I want $5. And I
did too.
understand that the Biden administration is also sending people $40 gift cards.
I doubt that's from the Biden administration, but I will look
I
into
looked it up. It's on the internet. It must be true.
it. I will.
So, as you can see, if y'all are still here, what's your thoughts about that? That literally,
Get them old white washed up men out of there, man. God.
now
man.
there's a problem. Now we're hearing it where there's a problem, Kelly, right? They have a problem with me, you, Kev, getting that stimulus. Like, well, and I hear a lot of people say, well, that stimulus makes people lazy. Yet you have it where these dudes are literally fidegling for $12 billion to $14 billion for their, mind you, these are rich men asking for more money.
He
So the
acted like
American-
that $5 was $1,000 bill. What is
That's
$5?
Shit, well, Man, that don't even really get you a good goddamn iced coffee at McDonald's or some shit. It used to be $1 maybe, but they got rid of that damn thing. So
Who is that guy anyway? God, he's a cornball. I mean, at a point.
Oh, he's a representative of Louisiana.
Yeah,
Scary. I'm in New Orleans. He an asshole.
he
He's a
needs to
throwback
go.
ass racist.
He
I
needs
don't
to
care
go.
what happens. He's just like Mitch McConnell. That's what he is. That's his history.
Even my own dad said it. He's like, they need to take them old men out of there.
Mhm.
They're not progressive. They don't want to hear shit. A lot of them are prejudiced. You know, just get them out.
Right. Well, the problem is we can't vote them out. You know, like a lot of, I'm not sure where you at, but in Louisiana, they got so many old ass white men like him, and you know, and women that married men like him and believe it. It's hard to do. You literally have no power in Louisiana when it comes to voting.
you got
Some of
to
these situations. You remember David Duke, the Grand Wizard of the KKK. Barely lost a governor seat, and this man never had a job in his life. So nothing in this country surprised me. That's why I didn't surprise me when Trump won. That's just what they like. It's an attachment with these, especially with these damn Southerners with the bullshit.
Now the thing about it is, there seems to be an issue with, again, we having these issues with the funds of the nation. Granted, you know, you just watched it, a real time video where people are playing around with the nation's money. 14 billion. Now, literally 14 billion, and there's I forgot the amount of people that are in the US right now. But literally, you could most likely take that money and you could put that in US homes for people to go, and everybody believes that, well, everybody gets stimulus checks, that they're balling out of control. When that's not even the case. I love that energy when people say, well, you know, people who are getting them stimulus checks, they're buying X, Y, and Z. No, I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, my household had got a stimulus check. We didn't ball out of control. We literally actually put it towards stuff we needed. We caught up on some shit.
You didn't have enough to ball out of control. Shit.
If I had more than enough, best believe I would be investing that shit in some stuff and flipping it. Like, y'all.
And you know what one of the complaints was by the Republicans, BMT? The reason why they didn't want to give the second one the $1,200, they used that people is going to be lazy. They also used the idea that people didn't put the money back into the economy. What they mean by that is people didn't run out and go shopping. And see, with the wealthy people, they want you to go spend their money at the malls and stores like that. So in the GOP mind, it didn't work for them because they didn't make no money. So a lot of people started saving and investing. That's a problem for banks and stuff that thrive off of how much we spend. See, that's a big fear of the GOP.
Well, I watched a lot of people blow it here. I mean, they were buying TVs. We already, see, this was dumb on our part. Just as an example, we had already wanted to buy a new laptop and we had the money for it, but we just kind of put it off because we were busy. So we probably went into, I don't know, Walmart, Best Buy, somewhere. They didn't have a single. I'm like, why is there no laptops? And then it dawned on me, like, oh, stimulus money. I mean, people.
Everybody was thinking the same way you were.
But the thing is, we should have done it before the stimulus money came because we had the money. We're just procrastinating.
Right.
You know, not thinking that there would be like a shortage, you know.
And not to mention, more and more people are starting to realize, technology is opening a whole lot more doors. I mean, folks like me and you may get it, in major cities, and now it's starting to trickle off to the rural areas, so that was also a thing. But spending is, yeah, they got that, but, they still they still want bigger numbers. They thrive off how much we actually spend. Yeah, but there was some of the things that was out during COVID-19 when I went to Walmart when they wound up reopening. You know what one of them was? I wanted to get a new set of plates. I couldn't find any plates. I don't know if they were made in China. But another thing is, right before it started, COVID-19 started, I was about to make and build my own personal computer. But the graphic card prices went from 600 to $1,500 to $2,000. The price jumped on the computer chips and stuff like that. So that was also a factor for me.
And even now, if the people like some of us that did save it, right? Yeah, I invested some, but for the most part, we saved it. Now, let's say, now I'm looking around for houses, right? The same house that was 80,000 last year sold for 189 this year. No upgrades. That's over double the original price. And it's insane. They're buying up everything. And I don't want to pay, why do I want to pay that much money for something that was just 70 grand? It's crazy.
See, the thing is, and with is financial literacy is what people need to be taken to, because it really doesn't matter how much money. If we just all need to know that we never need to be in this position again. You know what I mean, BMT? We all been broke before, and we just not, and with this kind of boost here. My wish, BMT, what they're saying is that each child will get $3,000 to $3,600 a month to the end of the year. Okay, listen, y'all better make this shit work for y'all. That's better than a no interest loan, a SBA 2% loan, whatever we go get. I personally think this is all we go get as a people. Okay, and this is the first time you go get this back. If we can't come up off of this, because you can take that money, clear out all our debt. See, if we clear out our debt, that will piss off the banks and GOP. That's a problem right there. That's their bread and butter when we manage our own money. And once we do that, we ought to, I think as a collective, you all automatically see a shift, a little boost in wealth, and start building our network. That's the one thing that they don't want, because we their consumers. Just start thinking with our money.
Well, see, here's the thing about it, and it's fun. It's interesting that you brought that up, because you had that instance where there were a lot of people who did take their shot at the stock market. People who never had money before. You remember that? They did take their shot at it.
Right.
And a lot of people were surprised. They're like, whoa, where's all these random investors, Kelly,
right.
Ken,
right.
All
I can tell you when it started, BMT. It started in 2008.
They were like, well, fuck it. If the big man can do it, why can't we? We could just look it up online and watch somebody explain it, and we'll just try it for ourselves.
Yeah.
Small businesses. A lot of people started going into doing their own little mom and pop hustles. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mo. He was showing, I think, a mom and pop black-owned Chinese restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Granted, some people clowned at it and made some jokes, but other people were like, "Hey, fuck it. If it's good food, it's good food."
Hey, they got Chinese soul food restaurants down here in the South.
So
look, I spend my money. I will never go to another Korean shop. You know who I called to get my nails done?
who?
A black woman. I'm
I'm
not.
talking about, they look really good.
I'm not. I won't deal with them anymore. It's not. It ain't personal. It's business. And that's my. I'd rather keep my money within the people. If I can order some coffee from Darren, if I can, I bought hair products off of Nyla's channel. for my son. You know, I'm spending my money where I feel like it's, you know, where it's useful. I'm tired of giving corporations money. Period.
I shop small, a certain percentage of my income. I shop small black business, and then I shop small businesses.
I think the thing,
That's just a personal shift. Our spending counts. You know what I mean? Yours and when we spend our money make a difference.
I think that's the thing. Go ahead.
The undefeated darkness says that he think that they should give 10,000 a month for each person. You know, in Europe, I think they was giving Canada, they was giving 3 to 5,000 a month during the entire pandemic, no questions asked, period. But you know, our country, a bunch of damn scam artists on the people. So
Now understand this. Now, when the money goes out, prices will go up. Prices will surge up for stuff, as you already started to notice. As people already start to notice, prices do surge up for things, as they will, because you know prices are going up. That's just one thing that just comes with the territory of money. You understand this. You're always going to have the rich. You're always going to have the poor, and you're going to have the middle class, which they're trying to save, is what is drastically shrinking. The middle class is shrinking. So ain't nothing can be done about that. That's just something that we can try to fix. Right now, interesting as it is, we have to look at right now. Caitlyn Jenner is running for office in California. He looks scary as fuck.
I'm about to say what you called him.
Yeah, listen, I don't know what the fuck to call him. So
yeah.
Aside for Caitlyn Jenner, so here's the thing about it. So we had to I had to pull out these things as we're going over this early in the morning. Larry Elder. So Larry Elder's running. This is going to be pretty interesting for California. Kev and Kelly. Wow, literally, y'all can imagine doing
Now,
a Kev and
California. I was under the impression, who's out there? What's his name? I want to say McGinnis. Maybe I'm wrong. Who's the guy out there that everybody was trying to get rid of? Dang, what is his name? Gavin.
Gavin Newsom.
Well, the whole plan was they needed these a certain amount of signatures. They got like double the amount of signatures. That shit didn't even hold water. So what does that tell you? That's why I don't.
And those signatures don't mean shit.
Yeah, it's like, what am I going to participate for if it's not going to make a goddamn difference? They're going to do what they want to do.
Okay, I can't produce for my business right now because people don't want to work. Yup, this is very interesting. I'm gonna look into that, Doug. I got you for that, Doug. Now let's get at this, and I want to show, like I said, I'm doing the early morning show for y'all. So I'm hoping y'all.
Doug, that is a problem, Doug. I hear you on that. It's gonna be an issue.
Let me know.
Doug, let me tell you, my brother owned 23 units of rental property, right? Just made his way never went to college and stuff like that. He got 27 units, so he been getting stuck for over a year with the mortgage and the rent. Right. So, even while they playing around with the stimulus money, he can't kick them out. And then he in a situation where a percentage of his people do get Section 8. Some get Section 8, some don't. But even the ones that don't, they work in the hotel industry in New Orleans, was shut down for a year. So those people literally couldn't go to work. So but the mortgage companies still want their money.
Right.
Every month. It's kicking his ass.
See, now what's the plan with that? Because see,
what's the plan?
I pay. This is my thing. You know, that's the most important thing to me every month. I'm paying my rent first.
Right?
Okay.
You
Then
can kick them
my
out.
then my electricity. I have a pecking order per se. You know, not that I can't afford it, but I'm just saying if anything, just in case anything happens. I just make sure that certain things get paid, and thank God I was able to do that throughout this whole thing without a problem. Now I know landlords like that, and they're stuck, and that's bad. I feel bad all around the board. Like, what do you do?
Someone said it was Gavin Newsom was the governor of California. That's what y'all talking about.
Yeah, you can kick them out. It takes you can kick them out now. The CDC order.
Yeah, but see, that's what he's saying. These people don't have money, man, and he understood the situation. Outside of what the country issue is, this was during that time. Now, well, they expecting the money to come, but during that time, these people literally couldn't out work because the city of New Orleans was shut down for a solid year, and they had no money coming in. No source of income, but the banks been on. Yeah, been on it for almost a year and a half now.
You can kick them out now. You can kick them out.
Yeah.
Like I said.
Well, hopefully they can get their stimulus. Because then the jobs open back up.
But
Like I said,
Doug's right when he says people that don't want to work, because my city, they're complaining about the same thing. They can't get people to work.
Well, the thing, you know what the problem is, Kelly? In New Orleans, unemployment was paying more than these people ever seen in their life. It's $492 a month. Okay, and that's a good thing because everybody need to catch up on food and stuff. But why would you run back until if the unemployment is going to end in October? Why would you run back to work right now? I mean, if you worked at a fast food restaurant and it got closed down, would you go back to work now?
Right,
And
right.
make $170 a week?
Mm-hmm.
Now, even this is what they did. This is what the corporate America would do, because we've seen it I've seen it before when they needed people to hire. They'll raise the price up, starting at $13 an hour, even Burger Kings and stuff like that. Then once everything gets settled, they're giving them people 15 hours a week, or they'll terminate them. So it goes right back. The pay scale goes right back down.
So
they're
y'all
not fooling nobody.
so hold on. So are y'all saying that y'all are willing to comply to whatever stipulations the state gives y'all, or that pretty much y'all states are willing to comply? Because if you're agreeing to unemployment, that means if they start saying, hey, this comes with stipulations of getting COVID shots or any other kind of thing, that means you will have to go comply with those type of regulations.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna mandatory. They're gonna make getting a stimulus shots mandatory. That's gonna be too much over the top for
How would it be over the top?
America, I think.
I don't think that would be over the top, because honestly, it's like if I'm giving you money, then by whatever I say, this is the thing about it. There's
My
nothing.
friend, man, you're giving me my money.
So here's the thing about it. Here's the thing about it.
Us as tax, that's mine. See, we got to remember that's our money. It's not theirs. They're not giving us a loan. That's our money.
So you're saying it's, but if it's your money, but then I have to also ask, like, what are you doing that you're deserving of my money? Because if I'm like this, that if you're getting that free money, then I would ask, like, what are you deserving of to have access to that money? What are you deserving of? Because, I mean,
well, at this point, you're an American citizen in a crisis.
no.
And like I was saying before, it's the first time that I ever seen American citizens actually get some tax dollars back to actually help Americans. We've never had that. You remember that? And then we had the Republicans trying to shut down FEMA. You remember saying that the tornadoes that said all through Texas, they still got issues in Texas with the freeze. But in my mind, all my life, we've been sending money all over this world to protect and help other countries, but I never seen a big influx of finances when we needed it come in here. We use our own stuff that go affect the average everyday person. So when it comes to that, okay,
most of the time,
And it's a one-time thing, though.
most of those
It's a one-time thing, BMT.
most of those countries that we give money to, understand this. Like I've been in those countries that we give money to. We take stuff from them. Like we do things to them. So if you're saying
wait, we'll give it to them. We'll give them our tax dollars, and the private corporations take from them. We don't. The private corporations benefit when they, they're like the Clinton foundations and stuff like that. I don't think American. They might, you got all these places for intelligence, but as far as the people, I don't think the people benefit from it. I don't think it gets back. I don't think it trickles down to the people.
right now the American people are no offense, but like looking at it right now, majority of the American populace is not really above like close to even middle class anymore. The poor class and the poor class is getting wider.
Right.
Middle class is getting smaller. The rich class, and I mean honestly, at this point right now, it's like if you're saying people aren't trying to work, that means in looking at the East Coast right now, where everybody's failing in education, then you might say that everybody's ready to go into a subservient type of class system. So you're going to have it where there's going to be a subservient class system where you're going to have the workers, you're going to have the people that tell you what to do, the managers, and you're going to have the people that are just above their means. So I mean, at this point, like if you want to get WIC, you gotta do certain criteria to apply for WIC. If you want to go get some kind of aid,
and you gotta go with the vaccination that tied in with that.
Huh?
You think they're gonna tie that in with vaccinations and stuff too?
I know they're going to.
Yeah,
I know.
Well, let's hope you're wrong, but we'll see. I doubt it.
But
They
if
got
we
to be out of
can
their mind
bail,
if that's the case.
if we can bail these huge banks out, what the fuck is the problem? I'm sorry. Damn. I'm sorry,
Not
BMT.
just the banks, the balls.
Oh, you're good. I mean, it's just the thing about it is there's nothing that comes truly free. What's going on, Julie? We are just start on the film for inflation. Hyperinflation will destroy us. I agree. Like giving out all this money, yeah, it's happening. But then again, I'm watching as a lot of stuff that you normally used to be able to get. Again, I've already went over about the gas. It's getting harder to get gas in certain areas. And I'm talking about that on the news. And I'm talking about food is starting to get more pricier. Work. There's a lot of jobs out there to work, but guess what? The American populace is getting stupider, like much stupid. And I mean, it ain't no trying to like. Well, I can learn by just watching YouTube. So that means who the hell is actually teaching? Because we're looking at education, if people are predominantly learning off of just internet, but they're not learning from actual scholars and teachers and people. What's going on, Mahogany? Then literally that's a failed home. That's a failed home system that is already set up.
No doubt the whole country will be set back at every level at least a year, from just normal communication to education.
I gotta be realistic. In reality, I've already told people in 2023 you're going to see a great separation, whereas it's going to be the have and the have-nots. And you're going to start seeing people make a choice whether, hey, do I want to affiliate with certain types of mindsets or groups, or hey, it's a dog-eat-dog world. And that's going to be very problematic for a lot of people. They're going to be like, well, damn, you better pick and choose.
We're gonna go back to where we're gonna have multiple family members in one house. You know, I agree that it's definitely gonna be a setback.
But I think it's avoidable, Kelly. If I think some people go do it, I think the masses is going to have some real issues. But the individuals, we have the opportunity to manage our own money. 80% of America never managed, never took the steps to manage our own money because we're the biggest spender. So I think it's in our personal control.
Majority of America is stupid. Majority of America is stupid right now. Like,
we always was. So we just got to get smarter. You know, just not to be in that financial position. But again, I mean, you know, in 2008, after the market crash under Bush, you know what happened? They got there's a little bailout and everything, and once America got set and things opened back up, you know what the first thing America did? After one out of every 5 homes got kicked out of their house, they immediately went all back right into extraordinary debt. That's just our way of life. And so, and even though some of them lost their homes, they start borrowing again, unnecessarily borrowing at high rates. You know, so I seen one guy say, well, evidently there's no problem. People are borrowing again. The banks made a killing after that.
So, Kev, do you feel that the Democrats were always doing good? I know you're saying a lot about the Republicans. Do you ever feel like the Democrats were always good?
Well, my thing, no. See, and
I know you said
I left the Democratic Party a long time ago. I'm a registered independent. Now the Democrats have their shit too. Now I'm only talking about as far as following the money, how the money flowing with the Republicans, because I watch it as far as the stock market. Now the Democrats is killing us because they don't have no problem with people not going back to work, because some of their things is that Bernie Sanders mentality, which will not help us grow or do better as a people, is give them a lot of free everything and take care of everything. And I damn sure hate Maxine them Waters out there in California pushing for more Section 8 housing. That is not helping. Damn sure black people. That's hindering us. That's making it even more lazy. Now, when you look at some of these politicians on the Democratic side, why is Maxine Waters pushing for more Section 8 housing? Because she owns a lot of Section 8 fucking housing. Now, if you go down to the South, you have Swartz. I think this lady name is Debbie Wasserman Swartz. Okay, well, she's so Democrat in protecting the people, but she voted against predatory lending companies. Right now, why would you vote against predatory lending when they taxing people 75% on payday loans? Well, she owns a lot of fucking payday loan stations in Florida, in the hood. So that shit don't. So I see on both sides what they doing.
So let me push up to this topic right here.
Yeah.
So let me push up to this topic. So, looking at all this, this is something that's very interesting about how it's going right now. So, in the latest news right now, Larry Elder will be running for the governor of California. Larry Elder is running for the governor of California. This is going to be very interesting on how this is going to turn out over there in California with Larry Elder going in there. He's listed to run for the governor. This is going to be hard versus the other person who's running, Caitlyn Jenner. My God. At this point nowadays, again, like I told y'all earlier.
Oh no! See,
like I told y'all earlier, it's anybody's game these days. It's anybody's game these days on who can get in office. And you're gonna start seeing. You're gonna start seeing more of this.
Just the Biden Ventura had a position.
You're gonna see more of this start to happen further down the road in more elections, just like you saw it with the Trump election, where everybody thought, hey, there's no way he could win. Now you're gonna see it where you're looking at it for Caitlyn Jenner, who let me see where I gotta fix that. Okay, so Caitlyn Jenner. So let me first look at Larry Elder. So Larry Elder right here. Let me see if I can pull this one real quick. No commercials, please. Oh God, please don't do no commercials for me.
If you're trying to lose belly
Of
fat,
course.
stop.
While they're doing that commercial, I'm going to be right back. So right now, let's go ahead and look at this one. So right now, California special election to recall current Governor Gavin Newsom is just 2 months away, but Caitlyn Jenner apparently has no qualms with putting his gubernatorial campaign on pause in order to shoot another season of reality. So this is how I know it's fake. You can't take him serious because he's doing reality TV. He's doing reality TV to enter in. The former Olympian landed in Sydney, Australia this week, according to local accolades. Blah 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 blah. The aspiring politician was last spotted in Malibu. So we don't know if he's serious about this or not. He says he wants to, but you can't take him serious. Let me skip this ad. Let's get at this right here.
Welcome back to Fox and Friends. The race to unseat California Governor Gavin Newsom heating up as our next guest yesterday threw his hat into the ring.
This, as we learn, Newsom will not be listed as a Democrat in the upcoming vote after an apparent oversight.
So he's not a Democrat now.
Ooh, someone's in trouble.
I know. Radio talk show host Larry Elder has officially entered into the California gubernatorial race, and he joins us now. Larry, you have a bit of an advantage because you communicate for a living. So what's the agenda for California?
Well, that's it, Lawrence. I think I've got higher name recognition than virtually anybody else, other than perhaps Caitlyn Jenner. I've been talking about these issues for some 30 years here in California, and I'm on in virtually every major market from Sacramento down to San Diego. The issue is Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom has been smug in mandating all these coronavirus restrictions, the most severe restrictions in the whole country, while he violated them.
Yeah.
Y'all know about his deal at that French Laundry restaurant. And the reason people were so offended is not just he was dining at one of the most exclusive restaurants in the world at taxpayers' expense. He was with the very lobbyists, the very medical professionals that drafted the mandates that they were violating by not wearing masks and not engaging in social distancing while shutting down the entire state. Yep. Kids lost a whole year of education. Crime is going up. Homelessness is going up. The cost of living is insane. For the first time in this nation's in the state's history, more people have left California than have come in. Something has got to happen. We need to recall this guy, and I'm urging people to go to electelder.com. That's electelder.com, and throw something in a tip jar. Let's see if we can get this guy out of here.
You have a tip jar. That's great. You know, if it is a referendum on his, the way he executed the coronavirus pandemic out there, he's in trouble. But he will not be listed as a Democrat on the ballot because one of his election attorneys that he's paying $1,000 an hour to forgot to miss the deadline or something like that. But you, Larry, will be listed as a Republican. Can a Republican win in California?
Well, I think Larry Elder can win in California. I'm my own man. And whether Gavin Newsom has a D after his name or not, his name is on the ballot. People are angry at Gavin Newsom. They're not angry at Democrats in general. They're angry at this particular Democrat. 2.2 million people signed that petition, which means a lot of people who are independents and Democrats who voted for him have changed their mind. They see the crime, they see the homelessness, they see the deterioration in the quality of K-12 public schools. 75% of black kids in California cannot read at state levels of proficiency. 50% of all kids in California in public schools cannot read at state levels of proficiency. Yet the teachers union is his biggest contributor, and they hate school choice. Well, I support school choice. It's going to be one of my major agenda items as I go forward.
That's huge. Your zip code should not determine where you go to school. Larry, what's the process here? Because it's been very confusing. You got all the signatures for the recall. When is the recall? What happens next?
Well, the recall is on September the 14th, but the mail-in ballots go out in about 30 days. It's a very simple process. There are no other initiatives on this.
I gotta be real with y'all. I think he's gonna win. I'm just gonna be honest. I really think Larry Elder's gonna win. I just the goddamn man already sold and got me sold. Shit. I'm just saying.
Talking about education. I mean,
shit, he's really good. Like, I mean,
I'd vote for him too. I don't want damn Caitlyn Jenner. I know I don't want that.
I mean,
well, the thing about Caitlyn Jenner is she's stupid. He's stupid. Right. They did an interview. He don't know shit. Bruce was stupid. And I was a Bruce Jenner fans. I remember long before the Kardashian, just in the interviews. And then when they did an interview, when they were taking it seriously, he didn't know nothing about the structure of government. No, it was ridiculous. And it becomes a sideshow. But it's California. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Gary Coleman ran for president. Shit, that ain't not new. They have Bobby Brown running. They'll vote for it. But in California, it's a powerful damn state, a very powerful state. But I like this guy talking about education. That's the first thing he went to, and he said he his own man. I don't care what the title is, Democrat or Republican. I'm off that foolishness. You know, that was I understand the history of it from the South. And I also understand why black people switch from voting Republican to Democrat, which a lot of blacks that strong Democrats don't even realize. And we did that in the 60s with Martin Luther King. Because they reneged, the Republicans because blacks were mostly raised conservative, right? Church, mama, work, pay bills, and it's conservative by nature. I don't give a shit about the left and right. What conservative means, you know, family, all that, and that, you know, they just play on words for war reasons with politics. But the reason that we started voting Democrat, according to you know, some of the scholars, Claude Anderson, and you know, things like that, and Cornett, and I knew this from my family is because the Republicans reneged on the voting rights bill with MLK, and then JFK decided to take it on. He was going to follow through with it. So the blacks down here in the South started voting Democrat. We know what the fuck a Dixiecrat was. We lived this shit. Because a lot of people are like, oh, there was a Dixie. We lived through it. We lived around these people. We knew that. But we knew we needed the voting rights. We didn't give a shit who it was. We just gave a shit about getting what we needed. And we never tried it again. And when the MLK was about to start talking about getting the finances, and we need economic money, or he may have led his people to a burning building, we need both, then that's when they killed him. Not because I have a dream. That was sweet. He did what America liked. I have a dream, keep the people at bay. And that's what they use the church for. So that's why we started voting Democrat, and we just stuck to it ever since. And then the racists didn't want to vote with us, so they became Republicans. And that's all it was. So we need to get back to who's going to do best for the people. I don't care about the title.
Right.
But then that's
and then you have Republicans saying, oh, well, we voted for this. Yeah, but your Republicans also voted to, you know, it took forever for y'all to vote against fucking slavery too, you know, and the end of Jim Crow. It took damn near 30 years. So don't act like you did something special because you finally had to cave in. Politics move when you have to cave, not because they love you.
Now, question. I'm asking. Now, what about the comment, I'm going to have these niggers voting Democrat for 200 years?
Oh, that was the LBJ, wasn't it?
Yeah. So what about that comment?
It's such a...
Yeah, well, one thing they knew that, if, first of all, in my view from the Deep South, they know that if they give us shit, we ain't gonna never own shit. And so he have no problem with the Democrat, because Democrat ain't about ownership.
But wouldn't that be the same thing? That would be the same thing like, well, I'm giving you stimulus money, buy, but I know you'll never own.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna own a damn thing.
So,
see, their frame of mind was like this. They'll give us some money, but see, MLK then was starting to pivot with Malcolm X them, and okay, look, we need ownership. You know, we want to run our own farmland, and see, they were like, we'll give you some government money, and most of it's coming from the taxpayer just to keep y'all at bay. That's why, you know, so, and that was the whole plan. They'll take that sacrifice, you know, before you, because the one thing that they hate in the South is when you doing better than them. And that was the same thing with some of the bombers and with Black Wall Street. It wasn't just that because they was black, because them niggas was doing good. And the same thing in Rosewood, Florida, and Mississippi when they had the little towns. It's because they got jealous. They can't have that. You know what I'm saying? And if we own our own shit, that's the biggest problem. So they've been that gap since MLK died. We never filled it. And we just went into, you know, Democrats ain't help us own shit, but we got to get back to the frame of mind of where we started these little pockets of towns where we started owning stuff. And that's our key. And they know that. They know history, and they know how to keep a foot on people's neck. They're experts at it. And they think far ahead. It's chess, not checkers.
So, so would it not be some truth by giving out a lot of free programs and a lot of free stuff that literally keeps minorities at bay?
Right. We got to get wiser. All right. We got to get wiser with it.
It's like literally like Larry just said, 75% like the black kids can't fucking read. Like,
right.
I don't know how much time left there is going to take for that. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, there's a big separation gap now.
Well, here's the thing. This is what I do, and you know I'm a single parent, father of a 9-year-old. You got to take the resources and the information now and teach your child. School is only to give your child the basics. Now I can give my child direct history, the shit that they didn't put in the books. Even in Louisiana, David Duke wrote black children's books. People don't know that. So we got to get this, so we can go out and reach and get the hands-on information now. I can talk to you. There are several options, one of them called Prodigy, for children that keep them up with mathematics, you know, off the chain, because they're integrated with music and cartoons and everything of the game. And I've raised 6 kids. The oldest is 30-something. You know, so I could see the differences of raised. I only had 2 biological. The girls, some women that I dated had children, and I just continued, you know, to be their father figure until they got older. So I've been through the whole school system. I see how it changed. So you got to make it work for your child. I know some people don't like coding. You know, if you make it work.
But looking at the thing right here, but I'm just trying to figure out. Do y'all feel like staying on the racial aspect is crippling people, or literally they probably need to advance on the other stuff?
I think it's crippling.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that too.
So why do we still do? I quit. Like for me, I'm just I don't care for black talk.
You're talking about we as a people?
Like I said, that's why I said. What's the difference between they? What's the difference? They both are sheep. If you're following certain aspects of talking points and movements and groups, you know, at the end of the day, you're going to be led. They're going to just be led as sheep. You know what I'm saying?
And they're going to have some sheep. They're going to have some sheep, though, BMT. I mean, I know how your heart. I know your heart, but you know they got to. You know, I coach Little League football. 27 kids. I'm looking at 27 kids, and I got their complete attention as a man. My first time to get influenced that many, right? Little League football, 5 to 7 to 11 years old.
Right.
I know some of them ain't gonna make it, and I can look at them. But the ones that's trying, that's the ones you can help, and you gonna have some lost sheep in there. You know, and you know, at 50 years old, I can tell you that of that 27 team, 10 of them dead. Just flat out dead. 7 went to jail. The other 10 all right. And that's just my little football team. And that wasn't just 1 year. That was every damn year. And in New Orleans, you know. And so being being here, 4th grade reading level for black men, that's standard in New Orleans. That's not new. I'm in the South. So you imagine white people like to get a better education than us, and they dumb in the South. So you know my black ass really behind. So intelligence was my way out. Now I can bridge the gap, and I can, you know, you can use technology and the internet for what you're interested in. I don't watch World Star Hip Hop. Me and you ain't gonna watch foolishness like that. I think it can enhance what you're looking for. Now, some people just be followers, and those are going to be the sheep. All right, they just go always be same shit, Weeds, World Star Hip Hop, and that's what they interested in. That's gonna be their entertainment. For me and folks like us, people in your trap, your people, we can grow with this. We can grow. You see what I'm saying? With the information back and forth. It's what that's why I started talking on YouTube. Strictly, I ain't even no content creator. I strictly came to get some knowledge and pass information. That's why you don't see me down on the other shit. That's why I deal with you. We talking common sense. I don't give a damn about weaves for the longest part. But I don't think the Democrat is necessarily helping. We got to take this money because it comes down to we get the finances right. We can plug in a lot of things for ourselves. Right now, if we get $3,600, I know people with 3-4 kids. If you get $3,600 a month, you got 3 children. That's $9,000 a month. Okay, you need to finance. This is all we gonna get. Ain't no more reparations and shit. It's it. And if you got to use that to your benefit. You know, so the thing in the community, we can do some financial, we got to go back to the basics. Like I know you like reaching out to the community and people. They got to manage a household budget. They took that out of schools for a reason. So we got to get back to that. My 9-year-old is starting to learn how to pay the light bill. You know, stuff like that. You know, our mom used to tell us, we ain't got no money, boy. You know, and we come out 19, we had to learn how to do this we got to run and raise our kids into that so they can understand money ain't no major fucking deal. It comes and goes. But what you're trying to establish is a lifestyle for yourself with different sources of income for you and your family.
True.
Right. So that's my thing.
I appreciate what you're saying on that. Like I said, and I try to make sure that we can have these easily structured conversations, just so that way it's just a lot more easier just to have.
I hear you, Julie 24. Julie 24 say every other group operate as a group, and there will always be a little racial thing. Well, living in the South, there gonna always be those racial things. But see, in my frame of mind, because I had to deal with them all my life, they can't stop me. I literally take them out. I walk right through their ass. I already know they don't care for it. I already know the barriers now, and I already know what I need to do. And yeah, it is around us every day. And the thing is, they can't stop me from spending my money with my own people now. And now I can get online and go on Etsy and buy children's book written for Black children by Black females for my daughter who's a Black female. They know what my daughter. Now I can reach out and spend money when BET says he's having an event out there and he needs support. I can go directly to BMT now. It's how, and I'm raising my child into doing that. She knows how to get online by Black, from real Black businesses. And we're gonna have to watch out for some of this stuff. BMT, I was wanting to tell you, man, they got something on. They got the first Black brokerage firm, that into Wall Street, meaning these boys can take in money and put it in Wall Street. They say Black. It's not even owned by a Black dude. It's minorities owned.
Yeah, I know you're talking about
Black to capitalize on this shit. So you got to watch them too, because they say Black owned. It ain't Black owned. It's owned by a white dude who use minority. You got mostly minority companies in it, and it's all mixed minority. Now that you got a few Blacks, we got Indian and all that. Put it on Wall Street and use the Black name. They cashing in on us, so we got market value. We just got to harvest it.
Like I said, this, like I said, this conversation actually went pretty well. We did have a good conversation on this. Definitely turned up. Like I said, Kev definitely turned up on this one. I definitely appreciate Kev coming through. Shout out to Kelly. This is just going to be a quick morning brush through, but I'm probably going to do a poll to see if y'all guys want me to do more early morning conversations. It's where I just take a whole round robin of conversations. Kev was definitely in it. Kev was on it. You know what I'm saying? But tell me what y'all think. That way we can do the early morning for the early morning birds. I am shutting down some of my channels. They're done and they're already being categorized into different other stuff. We are moving over to radio for some of our stuff, but we're kind of like more hush on that. So, like I said, I prayed about it. I thought about a lot of stuff. I talk to my ancestors on some of these things, and like we're just doing different things differently. But like I said, you got to move to the beat of your own drum, and that with the foolishness. Again, I'm going to probably do a separate conversation why I don't agree with Kevin Samuels being shut down. I don't agree with that. And that's going to be something I'd rather stand on my own. I'm not telling anybody that they got to get behind me. I just don't agree. I just strongly don't agree with the brother being shut down. I feel like that's just not right. Because that's his work. That's his money. You understand? When it comes to building a channel, it is time, it is money, and there's a lot of effort that is put into that. And the fact that people would want to see him shut down, I get it. You don't have to agree with him. That, hey, listen, black people, y'all gotta. I'm gonna be for real before I go, and I'm gonna say that for this. I'm starting to understand why, if for black people to be successful, you can't build really shit around black people if you want to be successful, because it seems like if they can't control you, they'd rather just destroy you or shut you down. And I get it. If that's the case, why did y'all shut down hip hop? There's plenty of other shit.
But don't forget, they tried, BMT. They tried.
No, we ain't trying to shut down hip hop. Motherfuckers still getting on. Motherfuckers still auditioning to get on goddamn music videos. Shit. They ain't trying to shut it down. Only certain few. You got gospel people signing and linking up with rappers. We ain't trying to shut that shit down. When you get tired of being tired of something, you just won't fuck with it no more. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than a bus boycott. You got tired of being abused on the bus. Guess what we stopped doing? We stopped getting on the fucking bus.
True that.
So it's just that simple. Actually, they started threatening us to get on the bus. So it's just one of those things. You know, I don't have nothing against Kevin, but I don't watch Kevin. But I don't have nothing to say, well, he needs to shut down. That's the same thing if Kev's channel blows up and people come on there, and I gotta be for real, people like certain attitudes and confidence that certain people have about themselves. So Kev is an asshole, but he's also a savvy stock market salesman. Guess what? So if somebody were to come at him, he cursed him out, and then his ratings, hey, join Kevin. People don't like Charlamagne the God, but guess what? They keep tuning into the Breakfast Club to see what Charlamagne the God is going to say. So guess what? He's still up on there. Like I don't get it. You can hate
a whole lot of other issues other than Kevin Samuels that we need to be focused on.
Right. Y'all could have taken that shit elsewhere, man. But I'm gonna see y'all boys later. Shout out to Kev. Y'all boys email me. Mahogany needs to email me. She needs to stop playing games to email me. But I'm gonna say that for another time. If y'all want to get in contact with me, blackbrother123@gmail.com. I got to do a special show about the color purple syndrome that we got going on in the black community. I swear this damn Mr. and Mrs. and Master Love Symphony shit going on. We got going on, but I'll do that another time. I'll see you guys later. I'm BMT. Shout out to my guy Kev for coming through. Follow Kev 504.
Thank y'all, man. Appreciate it.
He has an amazing channel that y'all can check him out for stocks, and also some life lessons on investment y'all can get into. Shout out to Mahogany. She did a really good show. I think she's doing some editing on that, as well as Kelly. She has a show, and Trailerhood Voodoo Ninja. I'll see you guys later. Much love, much support. Shout out to my mods. Shout out to everybody coming through. Tyrone, Doug, Julie, and Indy and everybody else. Kev. I'll see you guys later. This is BMT. Peace.